Okay, I got to take this pizza up for these girls.
Yeah, do it to it.
Do you want to take another slice out of there? Or are you okay?
I'll be good.
Are you sure?
Dude, I am a very practical eater. You should see me when I make a bowl of cereal. Like if you talk to Frankie about me making a bowl of cereal, like I've literally mastered how much 2/3 of a cup looks like in the bowl. It looks like nothing, by the way. No one would want it. They'd be like, "All right, I'd like some more, please." But that's just how I am. So.
All right, let me go take this to them real quick.
Yeah. Commercial.
All right.
Whatever.
I love it.
It's great.
It is great.
We're back.
We
is this
are
the first
back.
episode of 2026?
It is. You were the last guest on last season and the first guest on this season.
Very cool. Cool.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
That's your Drive Home Podcast. I'm your Drive Home Podcast host, Ryan. We're back.
I'm Joey Joyce with the pizza.
With the pizza.
Uh-huh.
The man with the pizza. The man with the plan. And the pizza.
What an unflattering angle. It's like,
oh, I got a bad one too. Look at this. And you know what's sad? I've invested time into this and to like angles and stuff. I even got one over here in case I got another guest over here. It's been a challenge after 4 or 5 months of nothing.
Yeah.
To get back into the swing of things.
I'm like 40 now.
Yeah.
Way, since we last spoke. So like my body is finally caught up with me. It's true though, man. I mean, like just everything metabolizes so much slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally went to get new prescription and everything. They were talking to me about bifocals.
Oh,
and
really?
Then they dilated my eyes, and I swear this was like a few weeks after my 40th birthday.
Yeah.
But I swear when they dilated my pupils, the second I took my glasses off, I used to be able to see up close. I was nearsighted or farsighted when you can see up close, but you can't see far.
I think it's farsighted.
Yeah, well, so I couldn't see far. So I couldn't see far away.
Yeah.
They dilate my pupils at this appointment. All of a sudden, if I want to read something like right here, I got to take my glasses off to read it. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
easy.
So yeah, don't get old is the lesson to learn there. So
yeah, my ear. I actually just had a hearing appointment today. Had to get my hearing aids readjusted and cleaned. Just getting them cleaned alone, huge difference. They get dirty, and who knew that would affect things? But it did. And I mean, they give you filters. You can clean like the filter part out, but like there's other parts of it that needs cleaned.
Yeah.
So unless they do that full cleaning, you're gonna get like, it's just I've really noticed it lately with like watching movies and stuff. Like even at home, like man, like I really can't get the dictation of some things that are being said. You know what I mean? Even with those, it's crazy.
I use stuff so for my in-ears at church, for instance, like I gotta like scoop out like earwax sometimes. My Beats
sick.
Flex, yeah.
They give you like a tool with a lot of those kits too that you can. But yeah, it's gross. It's awesome. But yeah, man. Thank you for the pizza, for being here, and been kind of slow. Obviously, I've only done like one episode where I was driving, and you can see all my chins, and I just felt like I had to say something. Like, all right, so haven't completely disappeared, but kind of have.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, whatever. This
life happens, man.
Life happens. Absolutely.
I did start going to the gym though, so. At least there's that.
Nice. We were just talking about that. Me and my wife today were just talking about that. By the way, this is the first time I'm saying it. I'm actually, besides on that stupid episode, finally married man.
Nice.
Finally.
Join the club.
So yeah, little announcement there. So that's why things have been kind of not really happening as far as content goes.
Well, you don't got to worry about yourself anymore. Now you got to worry about somebody else. You know.
Oh, dude.
Somebody's
else.
Yeah.
In so many ways. Oh, dude, yeah. And I'm such a like naturally a yes man to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've really had to learn how to say no to things.
Yeah.
Especially like music and stuff. That's really came to a more healthy. I feel like I'm in a more healthy place as far as doing music and stuff.
Are you just
running.
going to church stuff, or are you?
That's it.
That's it.
Just church stuff.
No more band.
No more band. Haven't talked about that really.
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation. That's actually, there's a funny story. So I did mention I'm no longer with the Morning Bird.
Right.
But
I'm sorry.
What the real funny story, I had invited this guy, his name is Mark. He was our old bass player. I think I told you about the story about Mark, right?
Yeah.
So
with how he got swapped out and everything, right?
Yeah. So I reached out to Mark, got him on board. Yeah, sounds good. Well, some time went by, and I realized I had actually invited the wrong Mark.
Oh, no.
I invited a different Mark that also played bass, but at King's Church.
Oh, my gosh.
Completely different guy. And, you know, he kind of acted like he wasn't that crazy about it, so it kind of was a wash anyways.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm hearing some, like, interference. Are you?
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking it's these lights up here.
Might be. So, do you just have him saved in your phone as, like, Mark Bass? Is that what happened? Or
that was exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Mark Bass.
Dude, I do, like, the same thing. Like, if I don't know a person's last name, I'll put their first name and then
their instrument or whatever.
For, yeah, like,
and you have, yep,
Bill Mechanic, you know. And,
that's exactly what happened. Yeah. And it was funny because when I joined the Morning Bird, I was like maybe there a month before he left, so I really didn't get to know him, you know, that well. I didn't get to know him, but I'm going to turn these lights off up here and see if that does anything.
Bluetooth in action.
Oh yeah, everything here is Bluetooth. All these lights here, these side lights, Bluetooth.
Nice.
I can make. Oh yep, that was what it was. It went away.
Yeah, for sure.
For the most part. I've been using an AI tool in my video where you can denoise background stuff.
Oh, cool.
It also denoises like humming, like the dryer's going right now. Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I noticed when I was doing some editing. That might be
the dryer, too, to be honest with you.
It
Same
could be.
Thing happened last time because it kicked on and we were like, what the heck is that?
It could also be this heater over here.
Hey,
I meant to tell you it's a little
warm.
It's a little chilly down here. I meant to tell you.
It's all right. It feels like probably like feels like somewhere between like 65 to 68 right now.
All right. I got that going as soon as I came down here. I was like, woo.
Yeah. No, it's great.
It's a little chilly. I put this guy on. Nice warm. Flannel. This is not connecting. But yeah, these lights, man, I can do like kind of messing with the angles. Put one over here because it was making me look so white over here.
Whitewashed.
Yeah. I could do effects if I want to do like different colors.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Like if you're playing a show.
Yeah.
You can even get it.
Like
I think there's a way you can
right there.
You can get it to sync to your music, I think, somehow.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. Messing with some colors, messing with some different lighting down here. It's a little dark now that I had to turn those off, but whatever.
Yeah.
But it's actually getting nice outside.
It is. Been doing a couple bike rides so far. I think I've gotten 10 so far for March.
Oh, so. Nice.
Yeah.
I love it, man. We're going back to the gym.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that today because we keep using an excuse. It's cold.
Yeah.
Can't go for a walk because it's too cold. Well, now it's finally getting nice, but we had a gym membership, which there's Planet Fitness right up the street.
It's where we go.
Yeah. Really? Same one?
No, Illyria.
Okay.
But well, I go to North Olmsted too because I'll kick up over there on my drive home.
Yeah.
And
no pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. But yeah, man, it's not hard at all, man. I commit like an hour to it. I start off with some like cardio, and nice. I do a 12% incline at 3 miles an hour. it's cardio, and then it also works out your core as long as you're not holding on.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any of this stuff. Frankie's like into fitness, so like I didn't know any of this stuff. She had to show me how to lift weights and everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she knows all that. Yeah.
I know, man.
I know nothing.
Thank God for the women that know how to lift.
Right.
But so like I that's literally what I start off with. I do that for about a half hour, and then I do some weightlifting for about a half hour, and then I tan, and then I go home.
Nice.
I wanted to make sure I got some color on me and everything.
Oh yeah,
so,
nice.
Yeah,
that alone will make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Just on a sunny day, just going outside and taking in the sun. not like sunning. Have you ever heard of sunning?
No, what's sunning?
So it's actually a thing where people go outside. I think Josh Brolin did this. You go outside, preferably out like a desert somewhere, very secluded. And basically, you strip down naked, and you expose your sphincter to the sun.
Oh, all right.
You ever hear of this?
No.
Oh, there's that show, My Strange Addiction. You ever hear that show?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
somebody's addicted to doing that.
So there's a girl on there that was addicted to doing that. Yeah, and she lived out in Arizona somewhere. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Man.
I couldn't help myself. I don't know why my mind
shorts.
went right to that.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
Yeah, that's one way to get tan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you're tanning everything at that point. You're
All right.
from pink to brown, but the good brown, not the bad brown. You know? Goodness gracious.
Oh Lord. Well, I haven't seen in forever is Tim.
Yeah, how's he doing? How's Tim?
He's doing good. I gotta say he carried a lot of this show with me for a good from like even when we were just doing audio, he was coming over and just doing episodes with me. And since then, it's been you.
Here I am.
You're the next best thing. So
the replacement.
Yeah, basically.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
You're much better. I just happen to be at the right place, right time.
All right. So, so much is going on, man. It's crazy. I work so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on vacation right now. It feels good to be able to do something like this, like I enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's like, I gotta say, like, when I'm at work all day and I'm looking at reels and stuff and I'm looking at like stuff that I want to do, it's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I would like to talk about this, but now this is going on and I don't have time to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like, man, and that's almost like the news. Everything's happening so fast. It's almost like impossible to, unless it's something huge,
mm-hmm.
I'm not going to like set all this up and talk about it. You know what I mean? Right. It's a lot. I do want to talk about one thing first. The that meteor.
Yeah.
That just hit here in Ohio.
What were you doing? This is the new 9/11.
I was working. Yeah, what were you doing when that happened? I was working, and the building I was working in has like tall ceiling, marble ceiling,
mm-hmm.
walls and everything. And all I heard was a doom.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what was that? It sounded like a car hit the side of our building.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was crazy. I didn't think anything of it. So I was actually watching some video on my phone. And then like a half hour later, I was like, that was kind of weird. It almost kind of came back into my mind. Like, what was that? That didn't seem, let me just go on. Something told me to go on Facebook. So I go on Facebook and I see like, first person I see was my aunt actually posting about it. And I was like, okay. And then I go to, refresh. I see another one. Then I see another one. I'm like, oh, geez, that was something.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Well, like I was in my office, like I was either like receipting my order or changing statuses on parts that hadn't come in or anything like that. And it was just me and my other guy, Adrian, in the department. And we heard it, and he was like, what the hell was that? I couldn't have cared less. Like, I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe it was just like, maybe somebody, slammed something. I don't know. It was pretty loud, over in Cleveland Heights.
Yeah.
But But I didn't really think anything of it. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm getting a phone call from somebody else in the building that's like, hey, because roof access is in our department. So they're like, do you mind, like, climbing up the roof and make sure, like, one of the furnaces or heater units didn't, like, collapse or something.
Right.
So I look, everything looks fine. I come downstairs, and probably about 20 minutes later, I go down and talk with my boss, and I'm BSing with him. And I look at he takes a phone call. I look at my text and my high school chat, and all of us live in different parts. Like one of our guys works in Parma. One of our guys lives in North Olmsted. Another one lives in Cincinnati. Another one lives in North Ridgeville. And they all heard it. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, it had to be something atmospheric. Like, whether it been like a jet flying by. I mean, the Iran war just started.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe it was like a fighter jet that flew by or something. Oh, I never guessed a meteor. But then, like, you go to the community pages who already always ask, oh, what was that bang?
Right.
And so, yeah, when I saw it was a meteor, I was like, well, that makes sense. But it just it put a lot of things into perspective. Like, a meteor, none of us were prepared for it, and it happened, and we all heard it.
Right.
And
they say, imagine how bright it was visible during day.
Yeah.
Imagine how bright that would be
at night. Yeah.
At night, it would probably light up the whole regions of, the state.
Well, not to freak you out, but like that's literally how quick it can happen. Like,
I know.
That's the one thing I thought of was like if that was like an asteroid.
Dude, we just watched Greenland 2 last night.
Yeah.
And that's basically like they even got it wrong because these things are hitting the ground and the ground isn't shaking.
Yeah.
That thing shook the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even, it was just a fragment.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's literally how quick it can happen.
I know. And the first thing I think,
better get right with God, right?
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
Thing I thought,
It's crazy. Dude, how wild.
Yeah.
And scary too.
Yeah.
And the wind and the weather, the wind that we've had lately has been insane.
Yeah.
Like the intense winds that we've had lately, it's been it's crazy. Like I'm waiting for the rest of my tree in the backyard to fall down. I mean, there's
break your leg again.
It's you're right. In the same spot again. That was a nice vacation. I gotta admit that was nice.
No, that was sweet, man. That's bad. Cool. Few months never hurt anybody, brother.
Right.
But to the effect, really quick about that meteor. Like the one thing that I thought of was like we're literally living on a rock that's floating through space. So, I can't be too surprised about getting hit by a meteor.
Well, that was another thing they said. So I've been a big fan of ChatGPT lately. Oh, nice. I'm finally leaning into the AI stuff, and man, it's very informative. It's great. But what I loved about it, what it said was first time, like it has happened, but in a densely populated area. No, so that means it happens over in bodies of water probably all the time.
Yeah, think about all the space that's not lived in America.
Oh yeah. It is wild. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Crazy. We don't think about it though.
It's nothing like what I ask ChatGPT to do. I say, "Hey, make a picture of me as a hockey player," and then that's it. So.
Oh no, I'm using it almost as Google at this point.
Yeah, and I had asked it a math question that I could have easily figured out in my head, and like if I gave myself like an extra 5 or 10 seconds, and when I did that, I was like, what the hell am I doing here? And then I just kind of chilled out and, I don't know. I don't need to be any dumber, so respectfully, but ChatGPT is cool. I know a lot of people that, I got a guy that I work with that, strictly uses AI for his music. Like, he makes music, like his own music too. But like uses it for his social media page, for, scheduling posts, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then he even got a degree in I don't know if it's
graphic
like
arts or something.
Programming or something like that, where you coding, like that can help with AI to do all these crazy things. So
I actually just used AI myself to do a new intro for the show.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but it's got a little video now.
No, I didn't. Can you show it to me?
I'd have to upload it or show it on like.
Can you pull up like Spotify or something?
Let me see Spotify. Look it up on your phone. You got your phone?
Right, yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
So which is on?
Look at like the last episode I did. I used it.
Okay. On Spotify.
Sure.
Where can you listen to the show at, Ryan?
Oh yeah, you guys can listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You can get us pretty much anywhere, except for, apps like Rumble. I thought about going on Rumble. You can put whatever you want on there, pretty much.
I don't ever watch. I always listen.
I figured.
Is this it?
Is that the last episode?
Yeah. Season 4, episode 5, Ryan and Caitlin.
No. The last episode I did. Maybe they're slowly removing me.
AI. You've been canceled.
Let me see. I just have not been up to par with any of this that I don't. Yeah, life update.
Life update.
Because then I did one with.
Where's this at? Life update. Where's that at?
Spotify, right here. My most recent episode.
Hang on. Maybe you blocked me. You blocked me.
No, I blocked you on Spotify. Yeah, there's an episode 5. There's an episode 6. You're missing one episode.
Oh, dude. You know what it did?
What?
It went to the last episode I listened to.
Well, yeah.
Which was that. Life update. Here we go. All right, let's see here.
You did listen to this one, right?
I didn't, dude.
Oh, wow.
I've been too busy listening to Mike Winger.
Oh, we'll get into him soon.
I listened to What Did Your Church Say?
About Charlie Kirk.
I did listen to that, so I just didn't listen to the 8-minute life update. Sorry.
Yeah.
I picked like the shortest episode to not listen to. I guess. My bad. I'll check it out.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible. It's just me in the car, back to my roots, driving and talking. I got another one that I'm about to post.
Yeah.
And, you
got another one?
Yeah, I got another one.
This?
Another driving one. I wish I had noticed that this was not all the way. Prop issues.
The set's falling apart.
It really is. No, it's funny. Just trying to get everything together. It's rough, man. This material that's right behind you right here.
Yeah.
I've been struggling to get this material up, and it just looks terrible. It's got lines going through it, and it's funny. The stuff that it came with is like these little squares, these little sticky squares, and they just fall right off.
You got to put the maybe you need to get those boards that they do this in automotive parts departments all the time. Behind the front counter, you'll see these like slotted boards.
Yeah.
That you put like hangers on and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so just for T-shirts or stupid stuff like accessories or whatever. You should get one of those for over here, and you should just hang stuff up. Like you start collecting like Hot Wheels or something, and
okay, and putting stuff there.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah. But
watch
I
TV
mean,
down here a lot, or
no, not really. But I would like to. I have all my VHSs down here. I got all my DVDs and VHS. All of that's down here with a VHS player.
And a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, so you can play DVDs or play video games or whatever. Dude, we got like one of those like portable. They look like PlayStation 3 controllers, but it comes with a wireless thing you put in your TV. Oh, excuse me. And it was so awesome. There's so many games in there.
Nice.
Like old Atari or...
Those are sweet, man. They're like $20 or whatever.
Yeah, or Sega, which this one was like $100, but it had like Sega and like
N64.
Oh yeah, well no, not 64.
Oh.
They had a lot of Super Nintendo, a lot of NES, a lot of Sega, like Sega Genesis, those types of games, Anything above that, though, it really.
What's your favorite Sega game?
My favorite Sega game would probably have to be Sonic. Sonic and Knuckles. No, Sonic. Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. That was Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I like. It was a multi-console game, but Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, dude, that was great. I was just playing that.
That's a good one.
She had never. My wife had never heard of that game before.
Oh yeah,
and we classic. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, you jump on the trampoline. Yeah, you jump over. It's fun.
You go to the mall. There's the little Chucky dolls.
Yeah, man, that was it was fun. We spent like a whole evening doing that. It was awesome. Like around Christmas time, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good Christmas game.
It's great. There was like a moment in time where Frankie would play video games with me, and it was like around when I got like NHL 2022. And if you haven't kept up with like the sports games, the controls and the dynamic are just like it's horrible. It's horrible, man.
Really?
Yeah, like you can't even like I mean, I learned it's just got a tough learning curve. If you don't play video games, you know, you're probably like gone are the days of just like controlling your character and pressing X to like shoot the puck or like pass it or whatever. Yeah. But it's cool because it adds a different kind of style to the game. So it's all good.
She loves Guitar Hero.
It's a great game,
and it's so hard to find, and like it's expensive to find. So she already has an Xbox One, which is even harder to find for that system.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of money around her birthday trying to get, like, I got 2 guitars, I got 2 microphones, I got Rock Band.
Oh, nice.
Because Guitar Hero, apparently they only made one Guitar Hero for Xbox One.
Really? Which one?
Live.
Okay.
Guitar Hero Live, where it's like pretty cool. It's like video of you playing with a real band, real players.
Oh.
And as soon as you start doing bad, they start looking at you weird and stuff. And then as soon as you start playing good again, it like the screen smoke happens and everyone's like, you know.
Were you at Ryan's birthday party at his house
when we were playing
Rock Band
and
or
he
whatever?
had the drum set.
Yes, dude, that was funny as heck, man.
Dude, those are expensive. The one I've been looking on eBay for them. I found one for $350.
Jeez,
I'm about to pull the trigger.
Is it brand new or?
It's used, dude. They're not. They don't make them anymore.
I cannot believe that.
$350.
Dude, video games are on another level right now. Video games, trading cards.
I could get a real electric drum set for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A decent one. Yeah.
Absolutely, like, dude.
Not this video game.
That's nuts, man.
That I can't even use for any other purpose.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bonkers, man.
So you're still playing drums.
Yeah.
And you're loving that. And you said you love that kit.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
The first couple times I played on it, I was like, man, it doesn't have the same feel. It doesn't have the same feel as an acoustic kit. But dude, like now it's like,
what kind of headphones are you using?
I'm just using I got some like, you know, I don't know, like $50 or $60 in-ears.
Really?
That I got. Yeah. I mean, it sounds fine. I like it. Everything sounds really well. I'm not a big audiophile, so I can't really tell the difference. As long as I'm hearing something, that's all I care about.
Okay.
You know, but
I think you'd be surprised by Plunge Audio. Plunge Audio, I have a pair of theirs, and they're sound isolating for like acoustic drums. You really can't hear the bleed at all, and it's great. And the guy, he's a doctor, an ear doctor, and he just used his own ear impression.
Huh.
So that's what it is. Instead of going somewhere and paying to get that done, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a pretty close seal to like anyone's ear. Different tips. You just take them, exchange them out, put them in, and it's great. I loved it.
Wild.
But yeah, man, you should look into them. I actually helped start them off.
Oh, nice.
I helped in a way financially. You know how a new company will start and they'll like charge a lot for a product.
Yeah.
And then once they actually get rolling, they'll like, it's like, I want to say I paid like $800 something for these.
Wow. Okay.
And now they're like maybe like $450.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a little. I feel like I got took.
You maybe throw a second pair in or something.
Yeah, I paid twice for these basically.
Yeah.
but it was to help roll out this product that I really did a lot of research on, and I was like, this looks legit. I should probably get them because I play drums a lot, and an acoustic kit in a small confinement.
Yeah.
So, trying to protect my ears the best I can. So, speaking of church, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm playing in church and whatnot. Speaking of church, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm playing in church and whatnot.
Yeah, how's that been going? Have you been since recovery and everything?
It's been good. It took a while to get back to using my leg, man. I have no muscle down here. It's crazy. Still,
maybe another reason for that gym membership, man.
Sorry, I brought that up. Yeah, it's I've been going to physical therapy, and they said that just my quad is still so weak.
Yeah.
So I need to. At my job, I sit around. I don't do much. So I just need to get out more.
With the drums too. Have you been playing drums is that what you've been doing primarily? Is drums or guitar or what you've been doing?
Actually, I've been playing more guitar and singing more. Kind of getting away from drums a little bit. We've had this kid Ben. He's getting pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a big change for me doing that, actually. But even when I was playing drums, I was doing the talk back thing, trying to tell the band what to do and when to stop and when to play, So that was where my whole thing was, just trying to help out as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I'll play drums. I'll have a talk back mic set so everyone can hear me. Be like, hey, let's drop out here. Let's do this. Let's build up. Basically directing the team.
Yeah.
And then we had a different music director and pianist. He also had a talkback mic that he would stage stuff out too. So
would he ever be like, when you were like, all right, let's cut out here? Would he ever be like, no, keep it going?
No, keep it going. Yeah. That happens sometimes, man. Gosh. I've seen videos of that where people are getting almost arguing behind the scene. It's weird.
That's awkward.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That's
I had ran a mix. I'm not gonna say the situation or anything like that because I don't want to out anybody. But I was essentially like a backstage hand during a worship session, and they were running over time wise, and they were like, "You got to cut this song," and the worship leader was like, "That's not happening." Over the mic, over the talkback mic, and I'm hearing this in my phone because I'm controlling all the levels in backstage.
Yeah,
and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" It's it's awkward, man, because you're standing there, and it's like, man, dude, does nothing will take you out of the spirit more than just a little back and forth like that.
Yeah, there's something to that. That's like a rebellious spirit happening during whatever is happening. There's something weird going on there. And I've seen that. I've seen videos of that where people are freaking out. And I've been in that situation.
Yeah.
When I was at King's Church, where it was almost like I'll say a funny one was near the end of a song. I guess the tracks weren't working.
Yeah.
So our worship director was like, keep worshiping, keep worshiping, keep worshiping. In the microphone.
Gosh. Keep worshiping.
Keep worshiping.
Keep worshiping. Come back up 5, 3, 1.
That was a funny one. Dude, I got tons of stories like that I could talk about.
I am so glad the church I came from had nothing other than me directing on a talkback mic, very minimally too.
Right.
And then this new church that I've been a part of now it's coming up on a year in May. It's all tracks. It's all backing tracks. Yeah. So we got the direction
and the in-ear,
I would
love that.
Chorus.
The guide.
Verse 1.
I love it.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
I love
Perfect.
it. Perfect.
No room for interpretation, except the only time that we kind of do freestyle is after, pastor's closing out the service, and it's all right, well, hey, remember, come back next week. We got movie night this week or whatever, and then I just go, But
that's exactly what we did at King's Church. Yeah. Exactly the same way. We would kind of just off the cuff, just play like the last 4 chords of the last song that we did. No tracks, no click, and that's usually my favorite part. Actually,
yeah, it's great, man, because it's always led by the drummer. Like, always.
Oh yeah,
I like. No, I love it, dude. It's great.
Yeah, that's fun. I would love to start doing tracks at our church. Yeah. We've done it before. Our drummer right now, I don't think he could keep up.
Yeah.
He's still young and he's like 17 and he's still learning.
Yeah.
But he's came a long way. I mean, sure. I'm impressed with this kid. I'm happy that he's playing because I can do other things because now I can play guitar and do talk back and direct the band without.
It's not as important if you're not there. Like a day or whatever, yeah.
Oh, a couple Sundays ago he played and I didn't even play. I was at a conference thing and it was great. I watched it online. I'm like, you guys killed it. Like it was good. Speaking
of your right leg, by the way, I want to mention this when you were talking about it, but a lot of like the drums have like that like the quarter or the eighth note, like, bass drum thing happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you were talking about not being able to use your right leg because of the muscle and everything.
Yeah.
All I could think about was songs like Goodbye Yesterday or, we're doing, oh my gosh, we're doing a couple of songs where it's like, there's just like a lot of, either quarter or eighth notes of, just working the bass drum and then like, doom, doom, doom,
yeah.
Doom, 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 doom,
Yeah, and honestly, to me, it felt kind of like when I got back to playing drums after my injury, it felt like I was just straight up, my bone was hitting the drum.
Yeah.
Like, it's what was going on. I could feel my whole bone hitting every time. There was absolutely no muscle there. And it still was making a sound. It was still working, but it just was weird. But now it's pretty much almost back to normal. It's just, man, it's amazing, dude. I played drums for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
And you lose that muscle in like a couple weeks. That's easy, crazy. Just from not walking. My grandmother, I hate to get kind of sick and dark here, but she's like, she has not stood in like a couple years. And she's like in a bed right now, and she's all skin and bone. She has no muscle.
Yeah.
She couldn't stand if she wanted to right now. It's if you don't move and exercise, you'll just. Yeah,
that's what Frankie brought up to me, man. Yeah. When she was talking about a gym membership, she's been wanting one for a while now. Because, like I said, she's into all that.
Yeah,
I might not be. I'm into riding my bike. It's easy enough,
Yeah, going outside.
Going outside, getting fresh
air.
But
it does help on those cold days.
But she said, you're not working out for yourself now. You're working out for yourself 20 years from now. When you're 60, when you're 70, you want to have that. You want to have that like core strength. You want to have the muscle mass.
Yeah.
Before you get to that point, because when you get to that point, if you don't have any of it.
Yeah.
And you are just skin and bone, you're not going to be able to hold yourself up. You're going to be bedridden and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man. So you're not doing it necessarily. I mean, you are doing it for yourself right now, but you're investing in your body's future.
In the future, yeah.
Because we were meant to live that long.
I know. Dude, so I don't know. I know I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we wanted to talk about a number of things.
I got like another 2 hours by the way.
Okay.
So
all right, cool.
8 o'clock was kind of like that. I
feel like I'm still easing into things here.
No, do your thing.
I'm we got a few things we wanted to talk about. I know. Yes. I guess we're segueing into more church related stuff. Easter is almost here. I can't believe it.
Yeah, man.
We are
Holy Week. The Sunday is Palm Sunday, man.
I know. It's crazy. I'm actually going to be playing drums this Sunday, so it'll be easy. I feel like.
What's your set list? I want to see if we have any.
Hosanna. That's all I know.
Yep, that's what we're starting off with is Hosanna.
Really?
The Hosanna. That one.
Hosanna, more the Hillsong one. Hosanna in the house.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're doing the guy that looks like the lead singer of Amberlin.
What, House 52 or something?
Paul Beloche. Paul Beloche.
Speaking of Amberlin, did you know that that their lead singer is like a pastor?
Really?
At church? Yeah. Crazy.
This song. Speaking of that bass drum.
On every song.
Yeah.
Well, this kid that's playing for us, he's figured that out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a tremendous step in alone.
Good
if you
job,
can do
buddy.
that on time, you're in. I mean, seriously. Yeah, dude, that's where worship is right now. It's all that conference I went to. It was all kind of like this. I don't know. I like how they did some older songs too.
Yeah,
like they did some really old songs, like "Draw Me Close."
Nice.
But they did some new stuff, and they also have their own music there. Faith Family Church. Yeah, they do. Their own
that's
music.
where it was at. Was Faith Family? So over in Canton, you said, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
they're on Fox 8 every Sunday morning.
Are they?
Yeah. Because I'll so like Fox 8, their news doesn't start until 7:00 on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay.
So like on Sundays before the 7:00 news, they're running
Faith Family.
Faith Family, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
On Fox News every Sunday. That's crazy.
Pastor Mike, I believe.
Yep.
Right. Yep. Mike Caminetti. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah.
Crazy.
So it's So what was the point of that?
Fox News. I know.
Old Worship. Old Worship. Yeah. We just did a couple of weeks ago. Here I Am to Worship. Like that was cool.
Yeah.
I know all those old ones, man. Like it's like from when. We'll say from like 2004 to 2011 when I first started coming back to church again, like that 7-year gaps where I just don't know anything.
Right. And a lot of that music, though, no one does it anymore.
Yeah.
Besides like Oceans, maybe.
Yeah.
Which might have been right when you were coming in.
Yeah. Oceans was definitely like around that time.
That was
for
huge.
Sure. Jesus Culture was really big around then.
But they don't have a lot of hits. It was more like just guitar driven, and that was what people liked about it.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a whole lot of like.
They did a couple of old, like a couple of hymnals.
He Loves Us.
Yeah. Jesus Paid It All. Jesus Culture
Older
did.
songs,
and then we did one this past weekend. I'm trying to remember what the heck it was, but it was I forget.
90s stuff.
Chris Tomlin.
Yeah. How Great Is Our God. That was one of his first hits. They were saying, I actually watched an interview with his bass player who's played for him for like 17 years. He said when they wrote that song, it was kind of like a church camp type of thing. And it was like the type of song that never ends, where it's just like, how great is our God, and name above all. Like they could not get the crowd to stop.
Oh yeah,
like
I
it
bet.
just goes on and on and
it's
on.
A long one, man. Yeah,
it never ends. It's just a chorus and a bridge.
This is a song
and
that
there's
never
verses
ends.
too. But yeah, that's a good one.
What was one that? Crap. I'm
Sonic
trying to be
Flood.
more conscious of like not cutting you off.
Oh, dude.
So that's why I just like I forget. But
we're going with the flow here.
Speaking of Hillsong, Shout to the Lord.
Shout to the Lord was one of their first ones.
Yep.
That lady, whatever her name is, I guess she just collaborated with them again for like the first time in like 20 years or something. Yeah.
Well, they put out this speaking of they did a bunch of the new school worshipers had gotten with a bunch of the old school worshipers, and they put out this album called House of Worship. So they reimagined like all of the old songs. Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord, Everlasting God, Come Now is the Time to Worship.
Yeah.
I Could Sing of Your Love Forever.
Oh, send me that.
Yeah, dude.
I'd like
Mighty
to
to Save.
Yeah.
It's good, dude.
Yeah.
Or Breathe. Dude, this is the air I breathe.
Yeah, I remember hearing that on
I'm sending it
Free
to you
the
now.
Fish. I forget what they were called. But it was like 104.9 here in Cleveland. And it was like Christian music. I forget what they were called. But yeah, they would always play that. This is the air.
Yep.
And it was such a slow. You didn't hear a lot of worship music on the radio back then.
Yeah.
It was all like Amy Grant or, Stacey Orico or, pop type.
Yeah.
Even to this day, really. Have you ever went to Winter Jam? That thing that's like at the
Our
Wilstein?
youth is going there.
Really?
They're going there. It's this Friday, actually.
It's free. Yeah. It's free. What it is it's usually done by the Fish, but the Fish is gone.
Oh, really?
They're no more.
Huh.
They got taken over by something else. So I don't know who's even promoting it now. but it's always been free. It's always there's a guy, not a guy. It's a band called New Song. They're like a male quartet type of boy band, but these guys are like in their 60s now. They've been around forever. Oh yeah, they're called New Song, and they've been the headliner of this thing since the beginning, and they still are.
Oh wow.
Yeah, New Song. They can't keep a good man down. It's like almost like Southern gospel type of. Dude, that stuff down south is huge.
Oh really?
Oh dude, down south, like Southern gospel to this day is huge. It's amazing, but up here it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
So then you add people like David Crowder, who has like those type of undertones, like Southern
Brandon
stuff.
Lake,
people like that, and that brings the people in. But then it's headlined or funded by these people that have been
Crowder
around
played
forever.
A couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Who?
Crowder played a couple years ago.
He did
didn't he?
I want to say it was like right when he started going solo. He
Yeah.
he did it for free one year. Yeah. Now and it's always Red. There's a Christian metal band called Red.
Yep.
They always play. They're not really. I wouldn't call them metal. I want to say they're like almost like new metal.
Sure.
They're not. You know what I mean?
Kind of like Skillet, a little bit.
A little bit. A little. Probably not as heavy.
Yeah.
They're good for like overweight 10-year-olds.
Nice.
That love that type of.
Oh my gosh.
That's their genre.
Well, the House of Worship thing, I texted it to you, by the way, the Spotify link. But it's essentially like the old school people, the people that originally did the song coupling with new school people.
Yeah.
So like Cody Carnes, Curry
Nice.
Job, CC. It's pretty good though, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it just because it was familiar, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff that all the old worship songs.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the stuff today is very poppy, and it's almost like a revolving door.
Yeah.
Every few years, it's something new.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Faith Family, I like how they write their own music and stuff. I love that church. They were a few years ago. They do this conference every year, and a few years ago, some of the people since then have gotten in trouble, like John Gray. You know, Pastor John Gray is
Not familiar, no.
Oh, jeez, he pastors. Jeez, he came out of Joel Osteen's church.
Oh, okay.
Originally, and he was like maybe the youth pastor there or something. Then he started his own church. Maybe in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I don't know. I forget.
Well, you know it's out in Oklahoma, right? It's the Rhema Bible College is out there where all those other where all those people came from.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
So yeah, I know he had some weird stuff. People accused him of cheating on his wife and stuff. I don't know. Who knows really what happened? And then you had Jeremy Foster, who I've talked about Jeremy Foster on here. I loved Jeremy Foster. He was super funny, super like animated, just all over the place. Mm-hmm. Really, to me, as an ADD person, I was able to, because he's obviously ADD too, all over the place. He really captured and he just really, I resonated with me and in a lot of ways. And just, dude, like him cheating on his wife, like he had this whole church called Hope City. Huge church, multi-campus church. Pandemic hit. Church, all these campuses had to close down to one campus, which was like very common for every church. Mm-hmm. And then that happened, and he lost the church. And it's like, I don't know if it has something to do with it. You know what I mean? Because imagine you have all these campuses open, and they all close their doors because no one's showing up.
Right.
Well, all because of the pandemic.
People,
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something to that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if that causes people to I don't know what that caused people to do.
And Mike Winger was talking about that in a bunch of his videos too, is that 2020 seemed like that kind of like turnaround year.
Right.
Like he was talking about how Sean Bolz stuff kind of started around like 2017, but then like 2020.
Yeah.
He always mentions 2020. Like that's
Does he
one
really?
year that always
I didn't pay attention to that.
It's one of those nuances. I don't know if he was intentionally doing it or what, but
yeah, that's
there's
weird.
something to say about that, man. I mean,
dude, so Mike Winger, let's get into it. Yeah. So this guy, he did. I'm not even too familiar with this guy. I know he has a podcast.
I've listened to a lot of his sermons.
Really?
Previously,
so he's a pastor?
Yeah, he's a pastor. Yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
I've listened to a lot of his sermons before just random stuff about like relationships and faith walk.
Does he lean left?
No, I wouldn't say so. No, I mean, like he's what I like about him is he's very word oriented. Like he actually has a thing called Bible Thinker.
Yeah,
is because he always takes it back to the word and like what the word says, what the actual translation was, and what's great about that is that when he, so he's presenting these things about these people, and then he's comparing what they're doing or what they're saying to Scripture, and what Scripture says about certain topics. He does it a lot. Yeah, it's great. Like,
I watched that
he's very well versed.
I watched that whole 5-hour thing.
Same. I watched all of it. Yeah.
And you mentioned it to me like recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I know you watched. There was another one with Todd White. Whole other thing.
Yeah.
Now I didn't even get into that at all. All I know about Todd White is anytime I've ever seen anything of his or watched a video of his or anything, my spirit didn't match his spirit.
Yeah.
For I don't know what it was. A lot of healing stuff. Right. I don't know. And it makes me feel some type of way about myself. Almost like, is there something wrong with my faith? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like that. But I also feel like I have a fairly discerning spirit about certain things.
Yeah.
And I can't deny the way I feel about this guy. And I have always felt about him. So I don't know all the details with him, but this Sean Bolz guy, I didn't even know about him until I saw this. And I was like, whoa, this looks... And I also got to say, with this whole Bethel thing, going back, and I just got to say, when I had that guy on here...
Yeah.
Anthony Greaves.
Okay.
When I had him on here, and I know he's big into Bethel and stuff, and I mentioned Bethel, and he should have hung up on me.
Yeah.
There's something... I almost got like a sense of redemption over this because maybe my discernment was... Perhaps I presented that in the wrong way, and I was saying way too much at once when I had him on here. But the fact that he hung up on me, I don't know. I almost feel like they have like a gag order with some people.
They brought up a lot of that, and he had brought up a lot of NDAs with in the Todd White video.
And the fact that you would just harshly hang up on me like that, this happened to me. Now, okay, so I'm gonna have to step back a little bit because I did make a comment on some of this because I always feel like there's always two sides to every story. Too.
Sure, yeah.
So when someone comes out with accusations like this and allegations like this, I'm always like, whoa. Hold on a second. And I'm always like really paying attention, honing in on everything that's going on. So so Mike Winger, let's see if this is the right comment. Because he's got this big bombshell like we just mentioned with Bethel Church. So here's a comment that he made. Can you see that even from there?
I still can't get... Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's
small. I got it on my phone, so I'll just read it right here from my phone.
Yeah.
It says, I still can't get Todd White or anyone on his board to have a private conversation with me over the phone to even discuss the evidence, witness testimony, lies, and harms of Todd White or my ministry's offer to pay up to $100,000 for independent investigation to find the truth.
Pause that really quick. He had offered up $100,000 to fund a private investigation into this accusation that I have the accusation, the actual file pulled up by the group of the people from Todd White's church.
Really?
Of the accusations against him.
I'm so glad we're prepared.
Yeah, of course, man.
This is great.
Yeah, we're not doing this old school. This is 2026, new way of podcasting. But Mike Winger, for just a backstory for anybody that's listening or cares right now, he had offered up $100,000 to do a private investigation into the accusations made against him that Mike Winger was going to foot the bill for, and no one had taken him up on that. So that's what that $100,000.
Okay, it looks like he did an edit to this post because I commented on the original post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he did an edit here. For those who think it's odd that I would think they should respond to me, I want to remind you that a whole bunch of Todd's former ministry partners and followers have asked me to do this. This is not my request. It's their funneled through me. Mm-hmm. Theirs funneled through me.
Yeah.
Further, Hundreds of former staff and students have officially signed a request for this investigation to happen. To ignore it completely is irresponsible, and further confirmation that his recent public apology, one of the worst I've seen, is manipulative. And I didn't even see that. Did you see that video?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
I didn't even. I think I maybe clicked on it. I don't know. It's also confirmed that Todd's board is not interested in accountability, which is the primary reason why boards exist. If anyone is presenting this situation as if it's just Mike picking on Todd, then you are woefully misinformed.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, he made that comment after I made a comment too, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
The guy says, I still can't, at the very top here, I still can't get Todd White or anyone on his board to have a private conversation. Okay, private. And here's my comment that I said, because I just couldn't help myself. It was almost like it was right there. I said, probably because they know a private conversation won't remain private. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, well, so here's the thing: is that he's.
I mean, I get it, but like, am I wrong?
Mike Winger. I watched another video of his about this Chris something guy, another guy that was from a similar style church and everything.
Yeah.
He's been like outing. I don't even want to say outing. I mean, but it is. I mean, people have said to him, "Hey." It's just like, hey, check into this guy, check into this guy.
Yeah.
So he checks into them, does his research, makes these videos and everything. But he had said, funny enough, he hasn't recorded any of these conversations with people. What he's going off of his memories or notes that he takes and everything.
Right.
In this Chris video, he actually told Chris, he was like, I'm not going to record. I know that you're not going to have that same attitude. And Chris is like, no, may God strike me down if I'm recording. And then at some point during the video, and you got to watch it, but this Chris guy shows the camera to Mike showing that he's not recording, but a reflection on the screen shows like the sound bars like you have over here for the recording.
Yeah.
And he essentially called him out and was like, this was like at the end of the video, he was like, you're like lying. Like, but the conversation itself, no. The conversation itself won't remain private because
I know
Michael like say his piece on it or whatever. Yeah,
I just got to read what he said. He said their refusal to talk won't remain private either. Which is very true.
Yeah, for sure.
They can allow for truth or wait for truth to chase them down. And I just said, thanks for the content, brother.
Did he like it at least, or was that somebody else?
He didn't like it. Someone else, but it is content for the show right now. So thank you.
Here we are, yeah.
Mike Winger. Well, as if he cares, whatever.
Yeah.
But I love that. This isn't even really an anything show, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, yeah, I definitely like talking about it. But I also got to look at both sides. Like, when one person's talking and the other one isn't, you just don't know. You know what I mean?
Here's
and
my
I
thing
can't go with the loudest voice every time. You know what I mean? I just can't.
There are countless witnesses in all of these instances.
Right. Yeah. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Right. To me, that says something about the validity of what he's sharing.
Oh, dude. I wish I had more video. I got one video here real quick. Do you want to share that, what you got right there?
Oh, no. I mean, it's just to the effect if we're going to be going into the Bethel stuff, let me just finish. Let me just read a couple of these Todd White things just to kind of catch up to speed.
We'll talk.
So this letter is it's a letter to the church concerning Todd White, and it is from let's see. It's from a few people from Todd's church. Okay, these are the accusations brought against him. He preaches a lifestyle he does not personally follow. He preaches against sin and being free from sin. He's the most prolific liar any of us have ever been around, and he lies about lying, although Todd claims he never lies. He embellishes stories and pressures people into sharing testimonies that he can record. He was involved in a domestic violence incident with his middle daughter. His culture of manipulation and control has led to 4 of his executive teams leaving over the past 4 years. He's lied about what funds were needed for or would be used for. And this is part of what I was telling you about, where like he eventually got to a point where he was asking checks to be written out to him as opposed to Lifestyle Christianity, which is his ministry. The ministry spent an exorbitant amount of money for his personal security. He asked other ministries to write checks directly to him instead of to Lifestyle. On various occasions, accused people of trying to steal his ministry instead of dealing properly when confronted with these actions. He misrepresents the circumstances of the departure of team members. And I got to say something, too. A lot of this stuff I relate to just because of the crap that I've been through that we don't need to talk about on here, but that I've shared with you about my previous experience and everything. So when I hear stuff like this and I see that these people are all from a similar mindset, denomination, whatever you want to call it, background, like it adds validity to everything else, you know, because these are things that happen to me, you know, misrepresenting circumstances of departure of team members. It's happened countless times. He's been approached for accountability even by board members, and he refuses to be accountable with them and then lies to manipulate them. It's like these people, and that's only half the list. Like, I haven't even gone down the whole list. But what the real problem is, if you ask me, based on watching all of these videos of all these different peoples, it's a lack of accountability. Like, and when you have a ministry, and I made a post about it on Facebook today, but when you have a ministry that is essentially you, yourself, and you, and it's all dependent and being carried on your shoulders and on your back and everything, you end up becoming the end all be all. You end up becoming the God of this church, you know? And so you don't care about accountability. And again, I speak from experience, from things that I've experienced myself, but you don't care about accountability. You don't care about the things that you do. If somebody calls you out and says that you're lying, even though you know that they were lying about certain things, they don't care to admit to that. They'd say you're deceived, you know, or you're throwing out accusations. But again, that's my biggest problem with all of this, is that there's just a lack of accountability. And what kills me the most specifically about the Sean Bolz stuff is that he had several bigger guys like Bill Johnson's and
backing him up,
Cheon's,
endorsing him.
all those guys backing him up and endorsing him and not keeping him accountable. These guys that he considered spiritual fathers and leaders, and that's a huge problem. Is lack of accountability is what the root problem is.
And here's some of what he did to this. Now this young lady here, I don't know. Well, I kind of get it. She was very young. Her story is pretty crazy too.
I joined a cult at 18 years old called Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry. And while I was there, I ended up getting conned. And I married a man who was 10 years older than me, all because a prophet said that God was giving me to him. And he had gotten all of my information off of Facebook. He had said some details about me from the stage so that I would truly believe that this was God. And due to this word, my ex almost took my life, and I felt like I couldn't leave because of this word. And I've talked about it a bit before, but the reason it's really heavy on my heart this week is a YouTuber decided that he was going to do kind of like a breakdown and trying to shed light about the cover-up culture going on at Bethel, because they knew that he was a con and also that he had been abusing his staff. And they still chose to not warn anybody about what this man was doing. So I really just wanted to trauma dump on you guys and process the whole situation, because it has been a lot. So for those of you who are not familiar with Bethel, they are a church based out in Redding, California, and they are very popular due to their worship music. So you might have actually heard Bethel music at your church or on the radio, and a lot of people don't know some of their crazier beliefs. And when I went out there, I did know that they leaned charismatic, but I truly didn't know how far it was going to go. Their whole mission is to bring heaven to earth. So they are all about signs, wonders, healing, prophetic words, raising people from the dead. They believe that anything is possible and that it is always God's will to heal. So I went and did their school for a few years. I did 2 years out in Redding, and then my third year was out in Pennsylvania, where I interned for Georgian and Winnie Banoff. And I thought that this was going to be a great internship. These are some pretty high up names in the charismatic circle. And
Pause really
they are...
Okay, so I just got to say, there's nothing wrong with that type of stuff.
No, not at all.
But to an extent, there are some things that are weird, like when it comes to like spiritual, like finding like gems in the sanctuary and gold.
The gold dust,
and stuff.
yeah, the gold
that
dust.
That is, and angel feathers falling from the sky, which they've done, and that's just bizarre. And that was kind of some of the stuff that Anthony Grieve was into.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with gifts of the Spirit, like speaking in tongues, prophecy, discernment.
But when you start mixing different spiritual things and crystals and weird things, they even had a thing. This is one of the reasons why he hung up on me. There was a couple at their church in Redding, California, that were doing Christian tarot cards, and they were endorsing
I heard about that, yeah.
And I'm going to say that again on here. I mean, that was a real thing, and now it's all coming out to light.
Mm-hmm.
And what's done in darkness will come to light. And that's just what Scripture says. So it's like I'm not gonna be silenced on that. But what were you gonna say?
She had talked about oh my gosh, what the heck was she talking about? So we were talking about the
Want me to go back?
Yeah, kick it back just a little bit.
I'm so far from the computer.
It's okay.
Maybe to like right
yeah,
here.
maybe right around there. I'll remember it.
God's will to heal. So I went and did.
Oh, pause. That's it.
God's will to heal
God's,
you.
No. And another thing, I absolutely positively believe that God can heal people.
Right.
I've experienced healing. I know people that have experienced healing because of prayer and through God's holy intervention and everything like that. I totally believe in that. However, I had heard that there was an instance where they had purposely not, and this is another one of Mike's videos. I can't remember which one. It might have been this 5-hour video towards the end, where he had talked about how there was a girl that had been dead for a few days, where they literally just had like a couple-day conference or something, praying and worshiping over this girl to be resurrected and raised to life.
Yeah.
After she was already dead. A young girl. Like, it's like you hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, I don't doubt any of the possibility of God being able to raise people from the dead to heal them or anything like that, because it's in the Bible. Like, Jesus did it. It's in the Bible. Does that mean it can happen? Absolutely.
Right.
But like, the problem becomes when you prophesy something like that, and you make a whole event where you're spending 3 days of not burying this person because you want to resurrect them. That's sure, that's like faith, but like that's like it's malicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something weird there. Yeah. And especially, oh man, that's a whole loaded thing right there.
Yeah.
Because I've been around so many different types of churches where, that's weird. Yeah.
And I don't want to badmouth Bethel, because at the end of the day, I just want people like this to be accountable.
Right.
It's like I had told you, like, I care less about the fake prophecy than I do about the sexual abuse. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I just want these people that are hurting people to be accountable.
Yeah, and I wish I had more on that stuff, but this is the rest of what she was saying with...
So long story short, I started to date my ex, who I am going to call Ted. And if you've seen my other videos about getting divorced because of a Walt Disney World burger, this is the same guy, and that incident did lead to our divorce. And divorcing him was honestly like one of the scariest things I had ever done, because I truly thought that this was God's will for my life. And I'm going to play you a clip of this prophetic word. I was at work at the time. I wasn't in the auditorium when this happened, but we had only been dating for 2 months at this point. So he was in the auditorium, and he had actually met this prophet, Sean Bolz, the day before. So we know now that he went home, looked up my ex, saw my name, saw where I worked on our Facebook, because our relationship was on Facebook, and he went up on stage and pretended like he had no idea and that this was all from God. So I am going to play that clip now.
When you handed me the phone last night, I saw 50, but I know that 50 is Jubilee year, and there's something about God's giving you a Jubilee. What does that mean to you? Oh, your girlfriend's name is Jubilee? That's awesome. Well, God's giving you this girl.
Pause it really quick.
And when we ordered the food this morning, by the way.
contextually too, by the way, for those that haven't watched the Mike Winger video or know what's going on here, is that Sean Bolz was data mining people's Facebooks to obtain his prophecy that he preached over people. So he would use names like parents' names, significant others' names. He'd find their street addresses. And he would like spin it. He would, like he did right there. So he had said like, I know this is the year of Jubilee, and then like, does that mean anything to you? And it's this guy's girlfriend's name is Jubilee. So he's not using it in the context of like, do you know anybody by the name of Jubilee? But using these like word association or date association or number association, you know.
And you hear that and you go,
whoa, yeah, and that's where the problem is that, you know, you have these people that, like you and me, that believe that this stuff can actually happen. And the only reason it's happening is because this guy's essentially data mining your Facebook, or he's data mining your social media.
And you signed up for this conference.
And you signed up,
So your name's out there.
And then one of the, I watched that Chris video I was telling you about, and I really wish I remember his last name, but in the same circles as like Sean Bolz and all those other guys that are mentioned in the Sean Bolz video. He had asked, this Chris guy was going to essentially take the place of this pastor that was retiring at this church. And this pastor wasn't 100% sure, and he heard the rumors about the data mining, and he asked a friend of his to investigate. So he was the first person to sign up for this conference that this Chris guy was doing. Chris guy was doing the same exact thing. And wouldn't you know it, the very first person that was called out at that conference was that guy that was hired to investigate him. And he essentially data mined him too, with all like anniversary dates, birth dates, and all that kind of stuff. And it's disgusting. That's the problem, is that when you're saying that you have these spiritual giftings that are actually coming from God, but they're not actually coming from God, you're blaspheming God, is what it is.
That's very true. You are. Yeah. That's insane. And I don't even know if I want to play the rest of hers. It just goes into her. I mean, she does talk about how she was abused by this guy that was like...
He essentially, she was physically abused by this guy. Like, she was beaten and all this other stuff. Like, it was a very disgusting relationship, and it's all because...
They were doing the forwards for his books, and I had no reason to think that this guy was a con. I mean, I didn't even know that was something that people were doing, but we have found out recently, it has been coming out more, that a lot of these prophets would look up the registration for the conferences, and they would just look all these people up, and they would, from the stage, call out people's addresses, phone numbers, screen usernames, and they would say that this was from God. And if you were called out, it felt like you had won the lottery, that God saw you. So when we got this word, it felt just absolute
manipulation. That's what it
is what we should be doing. And it has been very hard the last few years to process how much Bethel knew at this time and later on, as well as the school that I was working for, which was called Global Celebration School of Supernatural Ministry. It was kind of like a sister school. I ended up finding out that my ex had tried to sexually assault his ex-girlfriend the month before we got together, and she had gone to leadership, and I can't say for sure that Georgine and Winnie Banov knew about that, but I do know that people who were related and who were head leadership at the school did know about that.
Pause this really quick. I'm sorry.
Said that this happened, and they didn't believe it.
It's just making me think of everything else that's been going on with you know, that we're talking about. But like, this is, dude, that's abuse. That's spiritual abuse right there. Like, that's what it is. I mean, and I was in similar situations where certain
sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
That looks like terrible setup over
No,
there.
it's all good. It's cool. It was my fault.
I think it's actually falling.
I'll blame myself.
Here, the whole thing's falling over there.
Wait. It's equally as bad, because there's people that you confide stuff into, and then they use the stuff that you confide into them. These spiritual leaders will use the stuff that you confide into them to essentially give you a prophetic word, you know? I don't know. It's disgusting. That's the abuse. Like, you don't need to be hitting somebody to abuse them.
Right.
Like spiritual abuse is still abuse, you know?
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things that Mike had brought up during one of the videos is that that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And what that means is that no matter how good the intentions are, doesn't mean that the outcome's going to be good. And like you can say that you want to prophesy these things over these people, like, oh, you're going to get pregnant. Like, I believe you guys haven't had children, but we believe like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's these prophecies over these people, and the intentions might be good to try to build somebody up or give them the faith and the confidence in God that they should have.
Right.
But if the outcome's bad, it doesn't matter.
No.
Sorry. Go on.
No, I got nothing. You're doing great. Dude, it's the main thing. I really didn't experience too much of that spiritual abuse more than, and I didn't even really experience this either, but what happened growing up at my home church, there was a lot of weird sexual abuse. So this whole stuff with Sean Bolz, you know, when it comes to the sexual allegations of him, like, first thing in the morning, he's J-O-ing.
Oh, my gosh.
First thing in the morning.
Naked
like,
and
good morning.
To completion, like, in front of these, interns, like, male interns,
Like, how bizarre. And that just reminds me of that guy that at my church that I grew up with, I literally played in a band with this guy at one point, and he's sitting in Grafton Institution.
Oh yeah, dude, you guys, that was the band episode of the podcast.
Yeah, he's sitting in there, and he did terrible things. He was in charge of the kids ministry.
Wow.
But it was all stuff with like boys, like teenage boys, and they would like stay in the night at his house, come to church with him Sunday morning. You know, when I was married, so no one thought anything of it.
You know, when I did sexually deviant stuff like that before I was saved, like, I mean, if I'm going to be telling on myself or whatever, when you get saved, like Paul says, you become a new creation in Christ.
Right.
And that means setting aside the crap that you did, leaving it behind, and not operating in that. I'm not perfect. Like I'm certainly not perfect. Like I still sin. Like we're all still sinners, whether we're saved or not, but that's what we need Jesus and God's grace for. But it's like, dude, like the fact that it's worse enough that you're doing that after you find Christ.
Yeah.
But then you're a leader. You have authority over people.
Right. And that's where it's abusive.
That's where it's abusive. Even if you erased all of the walking around the hotels naked and doing those things in front of the other men or whatever, even if you throw all of that out the window,
oh dude,
the manipulation over people through the fake prophecy, through all of that, that's still abuse, man.
I grew up, dude, youth camp. I remember seeing some people naked. Especially coming out the showers and playing the, I mean, at that time, you got to think, like, this was, like, early 2000s. Yeah. Jackass was super popular.
Sure.
So dudes would come in there, and they drop their towel and walk, and everyone sees their ass, and you laugh. And I remember, like, one, I don't know if he was a leader, but he was, like, he had a name in the Church of God, the denomination I grew up in.
Yeah.
He did that one time.
Oh,
at the time, it was funny. Because it was like a different time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was probably as far as that went. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't bad. It may have been toting a line.
Sure.
But it was also funny because at that time, stuff like that was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, no. And maybe even then, no. But, you know, I like to think that things were a little better then. In that regard, but then there's also like, did you see this thing where remember that kid that was in Ladybugs and he was also in like Sidekicks? R.I.P. Chuck Norris.
What the heck was his name?
He died.
Jonathan something.
Well, there's a video. I wish I had a clip of it of him like talking on Conan about working with Rodney Dangerfield, and Rodney Dangerfield would just wear like a robe with nothing
underneath it. Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, but I heard. Dude. I've known that about Rodney Dangerfield, like about walking around in a robe without anything on underneath it.
What was he doing, man?
I didn't know that he was doing that in front of that. Gosh, what was that kid's name?
I don't know, but I guess he committed suicide.
Here, I'll Google it.
He was in Sidekicks, Chuck Norris, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. If I find the video, I'll put it in here.
Jonathan Brandis is
right
his name.
Here.
Yeah.
No.
Rodney would refuse to wear clothes. And I didn't know this until I met him, but he...
What? What do you mean he refused to wear...
He doesn't wear clothes. No, listen to this.
There's too much here, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
We're going to have another show.
No. I know.
What do you mean he refused to wear clothes?
He wears a red silk robe that he's had for like 12 years, and he doesn't wear anything on underneath it. And so it was very traumatizing for me to go to, you know, I mean,
I think it's traumatizing for us hearing about it. I am traumatized.
You know, but that's part of who he is. It's Rodney. You know, you got to expect that. But I go to a read-through for the script the first week of shooting, and he would just be sitting there, you know, in his silk robe. You know?
Okay, you have destroyed 14 careers. 14 careers in one interview.
No,
incredible.
He's incredible.
Right now, they're filing charges against Rodney in L.A. The whole cast of Mad About You and Sequest is being rounded up.
He's great, though. He's fantastic. I gotta, you know.
Other than his constant nudity, the finest actor I ever met.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to run. We've run out of time. It was just, there was too much there.
That's the frame.
Yeah.
But just like stuff like that, like back at the end, at that time, maybe people thought, oh, Rodney Dangerfield walking around, people seeing his package, it's funny, ha ha ha.
Right.
But really, it wasn't right then either. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just something, you know, slightly associated. But yeah, dude, it's just that stuff was to have that going on, and this guy's like so heavily endorsed, like. Something has to give. Like, what's going on? And I think that's what's happening right now with, you know, I hate to even kind of going full circle here, but end of times. I don't know if you're a huge believer in that. Things coming, people being exposed, false prophets being exposed. These type of things are, dude. We got weird tragedies happening. We got rumors of war. All that stuff is prophecy, biblical prophecy. I know I sound like a boomer, but like it's kind of coming to a head, man. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
It's creepy. It's creepy. And I feel like right now where I'm at with church, where I've been things that I've been pulled out of, like my band, that I really didn't have any control over.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything's sort of lining up for a reason.
Yeah. Because
I can't be associated with certain things, which I even talked about on here a couple episodes ago. Maybe the way that I've even done this podcast has maybe not been the greatest. You know what I mean? There's probably things I've said on here and done. I know there are that don't represent Christ the right way. And that's probably one reason why I haven't done this in a while, and one reason why I've wanted to sort of reimagine and revamp how this is done, because I don't want it to be just a hangout and party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've had some episodes where we're just going hard in here.
The birthday, man.
And you know, it's time to get right with God. That's all I know, man.
Yeah.
I hate to end on such a somber note like that, but it's kind of the truth.
Yeah.
It's all coming to a head and everything's coming out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got lined up here, man. I don't really have too much more other than that. I couldn't help myself with that comment. I mean, when you say a private conversation, it implies that it's not going to be like, no, if you came up to me and say, hey, I want to have a private conversation.
Well, he had that interview over the phone with Cheon. He had this interview with this Chris guy or whatever. And it's all about known stuff, though. Like, he's not revealing anything that hasn't been previously revealed through the victims or the witnesses or anything like that.
Right.
To me,
very
like,
true.
you know, they're private conversations, but he's not he's not revealing anything new other than how they responded to things that he's already talked about.
Right.
You know? And those are typically responses in ways that don't seem remorseful or don't seem
innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
Or don't seem like they don't not advocate for the person that's behind all this crap.
Right.
And again, I bring it back to accountability, man. There's a lot of these people that they're quite literally just making their own churches.
Oh yeah. I talked about King's Church last time.
Yeah.
That thing, it was like people were worshiping the worship, and it was like, look, this is what we built, let's worship what we built. It was almost like literally what's in the Bible.
I gotta share with you what I shared today on my Facebook, because it just it really kind of like resonates with everything that we're talking about today. But the Bible plan that I was reading today talked about humility and how in ministry we need to check our motivations. If we're hoping to find success for ourselves, we best be ready to sustain it for ourselves. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a successful and thriving ministry, but if we're doing it for all the wrong reasons, anything that's outside of glorifying God in all we do, then it's all for nothing.
Right.
And then I went on to say that I've been listening to a lot of podcasts talking about people who build their entire ministries on their back, then eventually become the end-all, be-all in everything that ministry does, where they themselves, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, become greater or more important than God. Mm-hmm. And then we wonder why they fall short or they fall into their own personal sins. And this is why James tells us to humble ourselves before him, because when we do, we acknowledge our dependence on him.
Yeah.
So like these people that develop and start their own churches or their own ministries or anything like that, it happened with Todd White, it happened with Sean Bolz, it happened with this Chris guy, happened with all these people that Mike Winger was talking about. They have boards that they're not accountable to. They can't do anything to them.
Right.
And that's the problem, is that they built up this thing on their own where it's my way or the highway, essentially.
Right.
And if you don't like it, then get out. And that's why Todd White went through 4 different executive teams at his church.
Right.
Because they're like, well, I don't really have the authority that you're telling me I have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's problematic. That's what the problem is. It's the lack of accountability.
Right. So, I've been there, man. Yeah. I've been through that very thing, and it took me 7 years to figure out what was going on there. And finally, what I did, I was like, you know what? I'm out. If I would have never left that church, I would still be there playing bass.
Oh yeah, same.
Still doing the same thing.
If I would have never gotten released from worship and lead team, I'd be at my old church, you know.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, like, he did something for me that I couldn't do for myself in that situation.
Yeah.
And that's leave a very toxic environment.
Right. Yeah, and it's sad because you're like, man, I built all this. I worked so much. Blood, sweat, and tears I put into this. But eventually, man, when you know you gotta go, you gotta go. And that's just how it works, unfortunately. But, I'm right now, I'm in a much happier place.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be a good Easter. We've already got some good songs. And, yeah, I'm not stressed. I'm not feeling like, man, that's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing. Just the toxicity of that environment. It was weird. But
I got sick a few weeks ago on a Sunday and texted my leaders and was like, hey, I'm not feeling well. I can't come in today. And it was like, all right, no problem. Hope you feel better. And that was it.
Yeah.
Man.
It wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah, right. Well, who's going to fill in for you if you're not here?
What's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
We can't do this without you.
I know.
You sure you can't even come in? Just come in just for worship.
I love that. Yeah,
oh, my God. Just for worship. Then you can go after worship.
And that right there is something going back to me being a yes man, I really have to consider my family, because I almost was in a situation like that recently, and I was like, I'm gonna have to say no, because I'm considering my wife, considering whatever I do affects everyone else.
Yep.
So I can no longer just be, like a rag doll.
Yeah.
Being, so.
And you're the spiritual leader of the home, so you set the tone, you set the example.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's
no
all slowly dawning on me. Yeah, but it's so true, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's get out of here. I know it's been probably a long day for you. You had to work today, but
hey, man, it's cool. I wake up at 4:45, and
I don't know how you do it, man. I woke up today.
I'm still here.
Oh man, I don't know how you do it, dude. I woke up at like 10 a.m. I was in bed by like 9:30 last night.
That's nice, man.
I got a nice long night's sleep. I was tired, but yeah, dude, this was awesome. I'm glad we got to do one of these.
Me too.
And let's try and do them a little more consistent this year.
Let's do it, yeah.
Tuesday, whatever. I already got things finally together down here, so
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
See ya.